Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think of something nobody is talking about. Democrats have just lost their two greatest advantages in terms of enforcing or coercing or intimidating a consensus or intimidating others into forming a consensus behind their political party. Or, I should say, they lost their two advantages in terms of getting people to vote Democrat in midterms or in presidential contests. Before today, it was Elon Musk purchasing Twitter. Hey, they can't silence, they can't marginalize, they can't suppress any stories detrimental to them. Now they can't say, well, if you don't vote Democrat, they're going the evil, despicable Republicans are going to overturn Roe v. Wade. It's already happened. You cheated Bernie Sanders. That's what happened. Shouldn't have cheated Bernie. He would have won those 3 states. Again, say it again forever. If you happen to stumble upon this and you're a morally superior liberal, Democrat, or progressive, or pro-choice activist, and you say, oh my God, this man, I used to read his writing in the Huffington Post and Salon and The Hill, and he didn't fall in line, and that's why this happened. No. You cheated. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. 3 other officials were kicked out of the DNC. Everyone, Elizabeth Warren, Donna Brazile, all agreed Bernie Sanders was cheated. He would have won Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania in 2016. You would have had 3 liberal Supreme Court justices. You wouldn't have had this issue today. But you cheated Bernie Sanders now, didn't you? So now you had Donald Trump, who won, who was a fantastic president in terms of accomplishments. He was a great president. We had record low unemployment, record low Black and Latino unemployment, hundreds of thousands of new manufacturing jobs, a growing economy, and we were energy independent. We didn't have 8 to 9% inflation, $5 to $6 gasoline prices, recession, and the last year of his presidency we won't get into because you had Andrew Cuomo winning an Emmy as he tanked his state economy, and Democratic governors everywhere gleefully shutting down businesses. So we don't have to get to that. But we had the Abraham Accords, first president to step foot in North Korea, beginning détente between North and South Korea. You had First Step Act, but also, the Doha Agreement that Biden completely botched. Mashed potato brains Joe completely botched that. Those 13 Americans should be alive today. Those over 100 Afghans should be alive today. And so Trump was a great president. Bernie Sanders would not have been a good president because he would have been a tool of the Democratic Party, which he was, unfortunately. Probably a good human being, Bernie is. Great father or husband or grandfather and all that. But as a politician, he's basically something that they utilize. Democrats utilize him to get left-leaning voters back into the Democratic Party. You can't talk about climate change combating because you're trying to flood strategic oil reserves into the economy because you miscalculated and you wanted to do away with fossil fuels after you tanked the U.S. economy because bureaucrats and experts told you to do so. So you can't talk about that because you're begging oil companies to produce more fossil fuels. Okay, can't talk about Medicare for all because that everybody knows you never meant what you claimed, Democrats. Okay, can't intimidate people by saying you must vote Democrat because they'll overturn Roe v. Wade. It already happened. So you can't do that. Twitter and Roe were the 2 greatest benefits to the Democratic Party. They don't have that going into midterms. They're going to get, in terms of politics, obliterated. It'll be 55 to 70 seats. Okay? Huge shift. And Trump Republicans who want payback, like James Brown, payback, the big payback. You investigated Trump if he sneezed. He said, we have a committee, House Intelligence investigate. Now the House Intelligence Committee, the Judiciary Committee, all will be run by Trump Republicans who want payback. And hopefully they help us in terms of energy independence, getting out of the recession we're in. Hopefully they reverse a great many things that Mashed Potato Brains Joe has done in terms of executive orders, other things. Okay, Democrats are presiding over recession. Now you got Roe v. Wade because you cheated Bernie Sanders. Twitter is, you no longer have Elon Musk. They're done. Then you have former ESPN people saying you're gonna dissolve the Supreme Court because of what? Because this is democracy. See, the three branches of government, we learned this in civics, and the Supreme Court spoke today, and you don't like it, and so you're going to vandalize or dissolve it? Is that how it works? And then they go after Trump for being the authoritarian when you have Democrats actually wanting to dissolve the Supreme Court? And what can I tell you? Hit subscribe to this channel. Hit subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel below in the pinned comment. I have a bunch of segments out there, and the Bitcoin Crash to 10,000 or lower channel. But ladies and gentlemen, Democrats are done. They don't have any compelling argument to vote for their political side. Nothing. And again, I kind of agree with, I don't think it could be a very bad thing for the country if red states just do away with, ban it outright. I don't think that's going to happen outright, but it could in some states. But that's where Democrats will have to shine. You will have to, through reason, logic, discourse, debate, discussion, form a compelling, coherent, convincing argument. They can't do that. They're not good at actually convincing people of their politics. They're good at shaming, marginalizing, suppressing, denigrating, and insulting, and writing hit pieces, and using media, using Hollywood, using social media algorithms. They want to enforce or coerce. They don't really have a consensus, because anyone who falls out of line, they're worried about they're worried about economic repercussions. But see, again, this is democracy. This is democracy. This is democracy. You hear that Liz Cheney about talking about democracy. It's like, are you kidding me? Liz Cheney did not condemn a whole summer of $1 to $2 billion in property damage. 19 lives lost, according to Wikipedia. 14,000 arrests. I agree with the cause, yes, but I don't agree with. I condemn that. The chaos and mayhem with every major city having curfews. Are you kidding me? And then Liz Cheney focuses on one day that I condemn also. And it's like they're going at the Democrats have only done three things for the past 5 years, 6 years. Vote against Trump, vote for the Supreme Court, and make sure that social media algorithms silence any debate or discussion. They don't have any of that stuff anymore. Trump is going to... It's interesting, too, because how long can you say the Kremlin wants Trump? I mean, how long can you do that? You don't have the Supreme Court argument anymore. You don't have social media algorithms on Twitter. So then what are they going to do? Vote Democrat because what? Tell me why. Why would you vote for that why would you choose that political party in 2022 or 2024? Look what's taking place with the country, my God. And again, the people say, well, this is terrible for the world. It's like, well, you shouldn't have cheated Bernie. Oh my God, you didn't fall in line. Shouldn't have cheated Bernie. You should have fallen in line, A.J. Goodman. You were writing in Salon in the Huffington Post and the Hill, and you shouldn't have cheated Bernie. Anytime you hear, oh my God, I shouldn't have cheated Bernie. Shouldn't have cheated Bernie Sanders. No, no, no. And now, in addition to a primary that's a joke, you don't have the Supreme Court. You don't have social media algorithms. You have a recession. We're going to be flirting, unfortunately, with a depression. We have massive layoffs coming up, unfortunately. And I predicted all of that in September of 2021. Go to the description section. Hit subscribe to this channel, people. Democrats have their greatest political advantage is gone. The fear of Roe being overturned. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now.